about it all night, babe. It's that kind of love that make you go crazy. All I wanna do is love ya. Be the one that keeps your body warm. Makes no difference. Switch positions, it's whatever. Girl, I'm on what you want. No matter where I go, I'll always come right back to you. 'Cause all I wanna is you. Let me undress you, baby. Oh.
Man, we are here Tuesday nights. The voice of vibes, RMF, my Radio Chicago Support District radio network, where it is more than radio. Of course, it's the nightcap. Come to relax and unwind. Been a good week. Hope you had a good weekend. Shout out to my nightcappers out there, man. Wherever you are right now. If you are just getting home, or you've been home and you're relaxing, if you are at the gig, wherever you are, laying your head and relaxing tonight, man, welcome to the nightcap. Let's drive out tonight. Let's have a good time. Of course, it's just me and you on tonight's as we listen to some dope music, talk about a few things. You know, I love when it's personable, right? So if you are in the chats, if you woke, talk to me and I'll talk back. Let's talk a little bit. You know, to all my nightcappers, that's going to be my morning cappers, and listen to this show in the morning time or late at night or whenever you do it, man. What's the word? Shout out to me, talk to me, and I'll talk back. But my nightcappers, what you own out there? Tell me how you feel, how your day went, how was your weekend? We are in February officially, Black History Month. You feel me? Valentine's Day, if you celebrate that, is coming up as well. Super Bowl is Sunday. Not really invested because my Bears ain't playing, but it's okay. I'll still watch. So much stuff is happening this month. So man, talk to me, man. I talk back. Drop in the chats. If you are listening on the Live 365 app, if you are listening to me online on social media, if you're on the website, all right, wherever you're listening to this radio show, welcome to the best nighttime radio show in Chicago. Nominated. Appreciate it, man. 312 Awards. It's coming up soon, man. The voting has officially closed. It officially closed. So shout out to everyone that did go vote, make your voice heard. Shout out to the people that felt the need to vote for me as Radio Personality of the Year. It is much appreciated. Also, if you voted for Thinking Outside the Box as Podcast of the Year, it's much appreciated. But shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody winning. It's not about, who wins and everything like that. It just feels good to be nominated. But yeah, voting is officially over with. But so we will see, man. The award show is, I think, beginning of next month. We have a mix and mingle event this Sunday, I think right before the Super Bowl. So it's going to be a good time. But I want to know how you're feeling out there. Y'all know I love when we can just vibe, right? So let's do it, man. Let y'all get some time to kind of unwind a little bit, sip on something, you know, roll, whatever you need to do to relax and unwind. I actually think that for me, the best way to actually relax and unwind isn't really sipping or smoking. I am heavily on silence. I don't know if that makes sense. So I think the best when it's the quietest. Sometimes your mind can wander a little bit. So to all my people out there that is have a lot of thoughts in their brain and don't know how to really express it, if you are looking forward to Love Month, all right? You're looking forward to being around someone special. Whatever you're doing, man, tune into the nightcap, man. Let's talk about it. Let's vibe out on the right side of the game. Man, I feel good, man. I feel good. I hope you do too. So let's get straight to it, man. You know the vibes. We'll be right back in 5. Let's go and get some good music in, some soulful good music. You know, I actually love how music connects, right? Music connects with the soul in a lot of different ways. And as we continue to roll on in this year, you know, we're going to continue to embrace that. We had an amazing show Saturday with Thinking Outside the Box. So shout out to those brothers that came through and talked about the state of fashion. We talked about the culture, the impact it has on the culture. We got into that bag a little bit and talked about some things there. Gave some relationship advice, but we had a good time, man. So shout out to the homie Rich Gardner. You feel me? The homie Roger was there as well. It's always a good time to fellowship with some brothers and talk about some things that's going on in our world and then try to help people out there as well. But I do want to go ahead and, since we're talking about it, you know, no worry, we're going to vibe out to some music in a minute, but since we're talking about it, we had a, you know, we do the letters and situations like that where people will write and talk to us about their issues, right? And we give advice. So shout out to people that came to the show. Shout out to everybody that, you know, supported the movement and events we got coming up too. Also, starting next week, I believe I'm going to start announcing a lot of the events that I have coming up for the next 3 months, so we can kind of like pre-plan for that. I know a lot of people has been asking about the Poetry Meets R&B, when it's going to happen again. And it is official. It is happening again with a little bit of a twist. So stay tuned for the date. I will announce that on next week. Give y'all a time to plan for that. But we got a lot of different things coming up with the foundation, right? CLTB, the Nightcap is having this other event as well, and just doing other type of events. So stay tuned for that. But I did post a clip today. Something similar to what we was talking about on the show Saturday, and got some good feedback from it. It was a few that I understand why they didn't want to be public with their opinion, you know, which is fine. But I got some side messages about the clip, about how they really feel about it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, let's check it out, man. This is the letter segments of what we was talking about Saturday, right? After we play this clip, we're going to get straight into some music, but we're going to come right back. All right, listen to the clip. We're going to get into a song. We're going to come right back, and I want you to tell me how you really feel. It's the Nightcap with the voice of vibes. My Radio Chicago is more than radio. Let's get into them.
Are you in full support of the term bros before hoes. See, me and my boyfriend are fresh in our relationship, and the main reason I fell for him because I thought he was a man of integrity. However, one of his friends is cheating on his girl, and my boyfriend continues to hang with him. I was at a store and I saw his homie kissing another girl. Then I called my man thinking he was about to be shocked and disappointed. Instead, he said, I already knew this. He'd been doing this. So, to my surprise, I said, why are you still hanging with this person? This isn't just someone he's cool with. This is actually his friend. He claims his friend is a grown man and he's not going to stop being friends with a grown man because of what he got going on in his relationship. So I said, well, what if he was beating on his woman? And he said, looked me dead in my eyes, said, that's different. I don't respect men that hit women. I said, wow.
It's your auntie's favorite R&B singer, Doug O'Lake, and you are now tapped into the Blue Room.
O'Lake, baby. Some time ago, I met a woman. She was my only woman. Some time ago, started from the secrets that we keepin', plus a kind of love they will never see it. Now that we are through, our kind of love is unhealthy. I gotta get over you, yeah. Let go of this lie and set you free. But every time I'm home alone, I lie away with visions of all the sweet love we made. But this is not how it's supposed to be. There is no you and me. Bye-bye my dreams, say hello my reality. And I always fall for what I can't see, fall for what I can't touch, fall for what I can't have. Loving you so much, I always fall for love in all of the wrong places. The wrong places. I always fall for love in all of the wrong places. The wrong places.
Always fall for your touch. Need you here, miss you much. I can't have what you give. This ain't life, let it live. Let me live, let me live. This ain't life, let me live. Always fall, always fall, always fall.
Now every time I see you, I get a little jealous. No, I really can't help it. I want you close to me, yeah. And every time I'm with you, I see the sunny days. And when I'm not with you, it's all just clouds and rain. But every time I'm home alone, I lie awake with visions of all the sweet love we make. This ain't how it's supposed to be. There is no you and me. My dreams and low my reality, yeah. And I always fall for what I can't see, yeah. Fall for what I can't touch.
Hey y'all, it's Yaya the comedian, and I just got done catching a great vibe with Reggie Moore Ford on the nightcap. From 9 to 11, it was amazing. Catch a vibe, y'all. Y'all gotta catch it. It's a vibe.
from the moment that I see your face. It was forever gonna be this way. I've been thinking about it all night and day. It's that kind of love that make you go crazy. All I wanna do is love ya. Be the one that keeps your body warm. Makes no difference. Switch positions, it's whatever. Girl, I'm on what you want. No matter where I go, I'll always come right back to you. 'Cause all I wanna
Yes, indeed. We are back here Tuesday nights, nightcapping and relaxing with the voice of vibes, RMF. All right, Chicago, where it is more than radio. Shout out to all the nightcappers staying up just a little late to vibe out tonight, man. Some smooth music. Shout out to all us local artists here in Chicago. My homie Doug O'Lake, what's the word? Wow. I always thought it's one of my jams. Of course, we're going to get to some more music in a little while. But before we took a little brief break, we was talking about the clip from Saturday. I'm about to get back into it too because I want some of your feedback on that as well. But, excuse me. Want to definitely touch on some things. There's some dope things that's going on. And to get you guys aware of. Like I said, listen, I'll officially announce it maybe next week, but the Poetry Meets R&B vibe is officially coming back. I know y'all been asking about it because the first one was so dope. Yeah, the second one is coming back soon. So give you guys a little time to kind of get ready for that. That's something that the Nightcap here is proud of. Thinking Outside the Box has some more shows coming up too this month. Actually, I believe 2. We'll see. So be on the lookout for those as well. 312 Awards. Of course, we know about that. Got the Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. I think the following weekend is Valentine's Day. So I hope, you're celebrating with somebody that you want to celebrate with. If you don't, you don't. I'm never really super big on there has to be a need, right? I mean, if you know, you know. You want to spend that with somebody, then you do it. So yeah, that's that. I'll be on daddy duty with my son, so that's always fun. But no, if you're going out, be careful and be safe. All right. Okay, let's get back to it. I definitely want to talk about this for a second. Saturday, Thinking Outside the Box. It make me think about the topic of trust, of red flags, of all that stuff, right? Kind of got mixed reviews on it today, right? Some people responded about birds of a feather flock together. Some people actually sent me some stuff about how that goes. I'll tell you my opinion after the clip, but I want to know yours. So let's listen to it one more time.
Are you in full support of the term bros before hoes? See, me and my boyfriend are fresh in our relationship, and the main reason I fell for him because I thought he was a man of integrity. However, one of his friends is cheating on his girl, and my boyfriend continues to hang with him. I was at a store and I saw his homie kissing another girl. Then I called my man thinking he was about to be shocked and disappointed. Instead, he said, I already knew this. He'd been doing this. So to my surprise, I said, why are you still hanging with this person? This isn't just someone he's cool with. This is actually his friend. He claims his friend is a grown man and he's not going to stop being friends with a grown man because of what he got going on in his relationship. So I said, well, what if he was beating on his woman? And he said, looked me dead in my eyes, said, that's different. I don't respect men that hit women. I said, wow.
Oh, well. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. Once again, welcome to the Nightcap here on Tuesday nights. Just me and you, the voice of vibes, and my nightcap is a little bit. I cannot see. First of all, let's get this straight. Damn it! You ever realize how much you can't see until you actually get prescription glasses? You'd be like, "Wow, I really was missing out on seeing the world." There we go. Wow, she's so much better now. Okay. Let's talk about it for a while. Okay, we ain't gonna spend too much time on this, but I just want to get the pulse of my people here with this. And of course, I gave my opinions on this on Saturday. But basically, a young lady was saying that she's questioning her man's integrity, questioning his morals and his values. Because how could you say in one breath, I don't respect a man that puts his hands on a woman. I don't respect a man that don't take care of his kids. But when it comes to cheating on his girl often or whatever, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to stop being friends with them. I'm still going to hang out with them. I'm still going to, so I kind of understand the logic a little bit. And then also she had mentioned in the letter that if it was vice versa, what if it was vice versa, right? What if it was a situation where she was always hanging out with a girlfriend, a close girlfriend that was always cheating on her man, right? I do understand the logic that trust plays a big factor in it, and it does. Trust plays an immense factor in it. But let's be a little bit honest. You can trust a person all day, all night. There is a certain energy that comes with who you surround yourself around. I remember a wise person told me that if you want to see the elevation in your life as you get older, look at your circle as you get older. Look at your circle as you get older. The same people that you're around when you're 20, if you're around them at 30, evaluate that. Did you grow those 10 years? Did you, just take an evaluation of that. The same people when you was with 30, did you stay with them at 40? It's like just evaluate your growth, your personal growth, because your friends are supposed to push you. Your friends are supposed to motivate you and support you and, that type of stuff. So I understand the logic. But it is a hefty way to look at it. I have friends that aren't perfect, right? Just leave that at that. Whatever they do in their relationship is what they do in their relationship. And I will say that I am in the class of people that would say, yes, I don't respect men hitting on women because I've never been a part of that. I've never hit a woman. I wasn't raised like that. Not taking care of your kids is big, because I don't surround myself around men that don't take care of their kids. But when it comes to that cheating thing, let's dig a little deeper to that, if y'all don't mind. Right here on the Nightcap Tuesday nights, the voice of vibes. Cheating is, cheating is something that I remember I talked about before, maybe many years ago on the show, about do you truly love somebody if you cheat on them, right? And I think with stages of life, just like I mentioned, who you surround yourself around can really dictate your growth, right? That's what I think. So if I'm around people at 20 years old and somebody or a few of them are cheating on their spouse, not saying I'm going to do it, but at a certain amount of time, if you don't hold a person accountable and you want to stand on something, then how is they going to look for you for the next 5 years? I definitely think that it needs to be a conversation that needs to be had, right? I know as men, we have to keep this like, kind of masculine energy of, having that look of, man, is being with different women and all that stuff. And that's when you're younger, that's a younger thing. None of my homies I talk to, and I'm friends with now, that's not our vibe. We're 40 years old, 40 plus. So our conversations and circles don't surround into that stuff, of cheating and sleeping with different women and all that stuff. That's why I said that's more of a younger thing. As you get older, you just kind of mature out of that stuff. That's the only reason why I would say I will put infidelity and physical abuse not on the same category. Neither one of them is right, of course, but I think with maturity comes growth when it comes to infidelity. And then when it comes to physical abuse, that is I'm not saying you can't mature from that, because I can attest to, there's people out here that goes through that, that may have went through that at an early age and they don't do it no more. I would never label a person as that, but it's on a different spectrum, right? But I wouldn't, if my wife, well, I ain't gonna go there. Let's just say my girl. If my girl was always hanging around somebody that was cheating on her guy, right? Because I trust her, I wouldn't really dig in too much because I'm a jokester. So I would throw jokes in there, of course. But I would really question her, like, man, babe, like, at what point are you going to, if this is your real friend, I would hope that you would kind of pull your homegirl to the side and say, hey, girl, you tripping, And even if she don't listen, but at least have that initial conversation. You see what I'm saying? If she don't listen, she don't listen. If you still want to rock with us, be a friend, I get that. And that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at. I don't think people should label people too much for that type of activity, because as you grow older, you're supposed to mature more. Life gets a little bit more simpler. You don't want to do all the things that you was doing in your early ages, right? So keep that in mind as we go into this season of love, as people call it, right? And let's touch on that for a second. All about love. This show is all about vibes, relaxing, intimacy, love making, just relaxing off of a good night, So I'm a huge advocate of embracing love and being with the one that you love, right? But here is a fact that I don't think many people know, right? I actually got married the day after Valentine's Day. Yeah. Valentine's Day, the day after Valentine's Day was when I got married in 2013. Or was it 14? Had to be, it was 2013. So after my divorce, for a few years after my divorce, I was like, man, forget Valentine's Day or whatever. Because of the impact and the memories. But over the last 5 years, it's like, yeah, stuff like that don't even bother me no more. So I still embrace being with the one that you love on that day. If you have a partner, right? If you have somebody special, do that. or that weekend or however you want to celebrate it. But I think sometimes we do get kind of caught up in those vibes too often, and we put too much emphasis on it, that if you're not spending time with somebody, that they're not important on that weekend, and that's just not true. I don't believe that's true. If you every day should be Valentine's Day with the person that you love and care about, or frequently spend time with that person, and you shouldn't be boxed into just one day of spending with somebody and saying, hey, well, since I don't see you on this day, then I guess we're not as serious, or I'm not as important, whatever like that. Don't get caught up in all that. I'll say, know who you love and know who loves you. All right. Don't get so caught up in these big days of Sweetest Day, Valentine's Day. What's the other one? I'm missing one. It's just all this other stuff, man. I think that a lot of times people get caught up in it. You know, and next week on the show, we're going to have, well, I ain't going to tell you that. Well, I'll just tune in next week to check that out. But it's going to be something that's going to highlight what I'm talking about. All right. So just going to wrap that up by saying, with the clip of the show Saturday and what's coming up soon with Valentine's Day, right? There's going to be, just watch over the next 2 weeks, this week and next week, watch the amount of emphasis that's going to be put on love or trust or cheating or quality time or judgment or anything like that, right? Pay attention to social media if you're on social media and just see the emphasis. Go anytime you go into Walmart or Walgreens or anything, just look and see all the stuff that's around that people are highlighting, what they have on sale. Go to Family Dollar and see all the balloons and the hearts that's going to be on sale and the cards, right? Everywhere you go, you probably go somewhere at McDonald's, they got a special Valentine's Day drink or something. Like everywhere you go is going to be surrounded by the reminder of how important that particular day is. I would just say, don't get caught up in it. All right. Don't get caught up in that. If you know, you know. If you're with the person you love, don't limit yourself to not feeling special because y'all not together on that day for whatever reason, you know, or you're not together on that weekend or however that works. Know who you love and know who love you. All right. We're going to leave it at that. Let's continue with the vibes tonight. Man, it feels so good to be on a Tuesday and just vibe out. I love it. I really, really do. You know the vibes, man. Let's continue to get to some music. Lamar Creations was just up here, man. Shout out to Lamar, the homie Lamar. He got an event coming up. Speaking of that, before we play some Lamar, I think he's really talented as well. He has an event that the Social Experiment is actually going to be doing. It's February 21st. Doors open at 6 p.m. So listening session at 7 p.m. Looks like it's gonna be pretty dope, man. I heard him talking about it earlier, man. So go pull up, hit him up in his DM to see how you can get in tune with that, man. It's gonna be a nice little event, man. Check it out. And then after that, the homie Brian Fleming has a birthday bash. This band, man, this group right here, super talented. We just played some Dogo Lake. Got Nanette in there. We'll play some Nanette later too. Jared the drummer. All right, that's the homie, man. He's cool as hell. Jesse Parks, Ra, like, man, they was actually performing at a few events that I've been to. Actually, one of my events as well. So y'all man, go check them out, man. Saturday the 28th from 5 to 10. Yeah, that's a dope vibe, man. Shout out to them doing their Thug Thistle. Let's get into some mock creations, and then we're gonna follow up with some. I don't know. We're gonna go with some good music after that too, man. I got a lot of good vibes I want to listen to. I want to vibe out tonight, man. You feel me? The Nightcap, the voice of vibes, RMF. We here, man. Relax, pour up, roll up. Let's get into them.
girl, I'm addicted to the way you never call me back. Ooh, girl, I'm addicted to I shouldn't, but I wanna call you back. Ooh, girl, you know that I'm addicted to the way you never do the things I want you to, but I still love it, girl. You know that I'm addicted to the way you do what you wanna do. Addicted, baby, how you do that shit? Real mean, girl, yeah, I love your bitch. Michael Jackson, how you off the wall. Dwayne Johnson, how you walking tall. Tell me why you so damn expensive. Trying to give, but you want it all. It's like you got a problem, but I love that shit, girl, all in all. Why can't I ever win? Why can't I ever win? Why I feel movement like we moving, but I'm never in. You be ignoring all my calls and bragging to your friends. Then call me back like where you been. Ooh, girl, I'm addicted to the way you never call me back. Ooh, girl, I'm addicted to I shouldn't, but I wanna call you back. Ooh, girl, you know that I'm addicted to the way you never do the things I want you to, but I still love it, girl. You know that I'm addicted to the way you do what you wanna do. Still addicted after all that shit, cause the baddest bitch that I've ever seen dropped the bag on a brand new whip. When she pulls up, she control the scene. Girl, I'm looking at the way you walk, the way you move got me focusing. The things that I do them for you. I hope you notice me. Come and get close to me, right where you supposed to be. I wanna know ya, I thought I told you, girl, I exposed the freak. You got a hold on me, you take my soul from me. I'm out my zone, something is gone, something is wrong with me. I'm addicted to the way you never call me back. Ooh, girl, I'm addicted to I shouldn't, but I wanna call you back. Ooh, girl, you know that I'm addicted to the way you never do the things I want you to, but I still love it, girl. You know that I'm addicted to the way you do what you wanna do.
When you're touching my body, get me weak, get my knees to give out. When you fuck me to sleep, I know I'm his favorite. Got me tight as a girdle. When he calls my name, I'm his little Squirtle. When I'm in beast mode, ain't shit stopping this. Deep down I feel you, baby, in my esophagus. Drip, drip down, creamy, screaming. It's where we aim. Out of mind, out of body, boy, when you attack. When we fucking it up. You fucking me up, fucking up the headboard. When the neighbors come knocking, they hear me screaming out to God. Oh Lord, chokehold. You got me in a chokehold. Chokehold. You got me in a chokehold. And I love it, I love it. 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 Boy, you got me in a chokehold. And I love it, I love it.
Baby, let me see it. Can I touch and rub it just like that? Baby, let me see it. Can I touch and rub it just like that? Baby, let me see it. Can I touch and rub it just like that? Baby, let me see it. Can I touch and rub it just like that? I love it. it, I love it. I hug it and squeeze it. I like to get drunk, then I suck and I fuck it. He like to rub on that pussy in public, humping and pumping. He got me thumping, feel like we making a baby or something. I like when he munching and taking his time, deep in that pussy like he finna drown. Think I'm falling in love when he lick. Like I'm gonna need drugs, I'ma never give it up. I'm a dick. White, doing shit I don't usually do, but you beautiful. You kinda good, but I'm thinking I could do to you. But you can't never tell nobody what I do to you. He said,
chokehold. You got me in a chokehold. You got me in a chokehold. Chokehold. You got me in a chokehold. And I love it, I love it, and I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it, I love it, love it. I love it, I love it. I love it, I love it, love it. Boy, you got me in a chokehold. And I love it, I
Yo, social experiment, y'all already know what's going on. Big salute if you know me.
Hello, motherfuckers.
And listen, we are live every Tuesday and Wednesday, right here. My Radio Chicago, South Talk 7. The social experiment from 7 to 9. But
After that, y'all go ahead and follow Reggie Moving Forward from 9 to 11 on the same network right after us. You know?
man, tap in. It's a crazy network here. Man, you got Social Experiment, 7 to 9. Then you got the Nightcap with Reggie Moving Forward, 9 to 11. It's going to be crazy. Tap in, tune in, and join the conversation. It's about to be dope.
Until next time, toodles.
We are here Tuesday nights. My Radio Chicago Support District Radio Network, where it is more than radio. The Voice of Vibes RMF, man, I'm here. I'm back with you guys on this Tuesday night. It's not too cold out. It's nice and breezy. You know, feels good to be alive and to you know, continue to move forward, pun intended, in this thing we call life, man. Shout out to the playlist. You know, we had some Lamar Creations, listen to some Nanettes, you know, got a few more artists I want to play later in a little while, but before we do that, I want to I want to express how vital it is to appreciate life, right? Back when I started doing media about 5 or 6 years ago, I wanted my voice to mean something. You know, people are born with gifts, right? And for many, many years, especially when I was younger, I didn't use my voice at all. I was kind of almost ashamed of it because it was more unique than I would like, you know. So, but as I got older and found my identity, I wanted to use my voice to do good. You know, I wanted to motivate, inspire, you know. And the radio thing didn't really come to me until later, but I wanted to utilize this platform anywhere I'm on, podcast or radio or hosting events, anything like that, to leave a legacy, so to speak, right? So when I'm long gone, there can always be sound bites of a message, right? So it just got me to thinking, right, as we continue to vibe on tonight, you know, we go through every single day in life trying to find the happiness, you know, that we feel like we want, right? Sometimes we go to work. Some people hate their job, you know, so you go to your job and you try to find some type of happiness to get you through the day. Maybe you can think of a memory, or maybe you can go to a certain coworker or something like that that'll make you feel a little bit happier throughout the day. life be life for everybody. So maybe you got certain bills or responsibilities that may throw you off your happiness. But you got to find that one piece that can keep you going, right? I just simply want to know, what does pure happiness, what does that look like to you? And describe it for me. Let's be a little visual tonight. Pure happiness, what does it look like to you? You know, and everybody has different things going on in their life where they can kind of like explain that, where it works out better for them. So I'll go and say what pure happiness looks like for me, for RMF, you know. So I actually explained to somebody that asked me maybe a little while ago about, there is Reggie Moving Forward, right? There's RMF, and then there's Reggie Coleman, all right? I know it can seem like it should be one person, but it's not, you know. So I'm going to say what happiness looks like for RMF, right? Happiness looks like for RMF being able to use my voice on a platform to inspire, to help, to motivate, maybe to get people relaxed, right? To expound on love and togetherness, to bring people closer when it comes to intimacy, you know, to be a beacon of light to people that's going through certain situations that's not the most ideal, you know, going to youth camps or going to jail, prisons, and things like that, and talking to people that's incarcerated, helping the homeless, things that is behind the scenes. A lot of the stuff that I do, I like to do behind the scenes. I don't really like it to be showcased as much like that. I think that's why I kind of got into getting this organization in the name of my mother, so I can have like a title to really do it under. But Reggie Moving Forward, happiness looks like being able to give back and help. You know, I've been a trainer for, I forgot how many years now, but I love being in fitness. So I like helping people get in shape, you know. Whatever helping people looks like is what makes, like, that's what pure happiness looks like for Reggie Moving Forward, for RMF. You know, I wrote a few books, and in those books, it kind of displays what the ups and downs of happiness as well. Speaking of that, then stay tuned for some information coming out with that as well. But Reggie Coleman, see, my first son is named after me, right? And I remember when I first had him, I do this with all my kids, but when I first had my first son, you know, I held him in my arms, looked him in his face. Of course, you know, he know what the hell I was talking about. But that was the first example of what pure happiness looked like to me, you know. So in my personal life, you know, making sure that I'm able to be the best father I can be. I mean, nobody's perfect. Everybody has things that they get to work on, but being a good father, being a good, how can I say this? Being a good, positive role model, right? We was talking about earlier about how who you surround yourself around, that kind of can dictate, you know, years of how you develop and you grow. So I think happiness looks like, for me, is being able to grow. You know, I'm big on scenery. You know, that's why I love the summertime. You know, to be able to just take a walk, around scenery, around a beach or a lake or park. Oh my God, I got countless memories of just going to a park and just sitting there, looking at the sun, hearing the birds chirp, watching the kids play, hearing the ice cream truck kind of go around. And then when it comes to the ideal of togetherness and intimacy and building, shout out to my therapist. A lot of people I don't know why people want to admit that they go to therapy. It's like one of those hidden, but shout out to my therapist, man. But there is an ideal, like an ideology when you were younger. Some people, right? They have this idea of how they want their life to play out, what happiness looks like when they get older. You have the typical, picket fence, dog, married with kids and things like that, right? Or some people may say, I want to be rich, I want to have all this money, a fast car, big house, and all that, right? When you really take the time to think about it, I want you to do this. When you're thinking about what happiness looks like, think back to your childhood, right? Think about, if you can remember, just think about those thoughts of what you wanted to be when you grew up. Think about those thoughts of how your future wife or future husband, you wanted them to look. Some women would, they were, have like this princess mentality, use those thoughts to think about what happiness looks like for you. Because sometimes we get so caught up in this, the right now, or what we want happiness to look like right now. But you've been on this earth for 30, 40 some years, right? So you have to really go all the way back, start at the root of what happiness first looked like to you. Start there. Maybe you was, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe you was a teenager or whatever. If you could think back to the first memory of what happiness looked like. What does that look like? Do you remember what it looked like? My first memory of happiness, I remember, only child, she was big into wrestling, still is a little bit. But I remember getting so happy seeing my favorite wrestler, Shawn Michaels, win his first championship, right? And of course, that's not the most ideal thing, but to my recollection, that's my first real memory of just being happy and just feeling like joy, right? Probably was 11 or 12 or something like that. But I remember just always feeling good about that moment. Certain things you don't forget in life. And then when you're challenged with thinking of, once again, therapy, I'll check it out. Think of the top 3 moments in your life where you was the absolute happiest. Can you do that? Can you think of the top 3 moments in your life where you was the most happiest? And it will really make you think and really make you appreciate life and life journeys, Top 3 moments. I'm trying to see, man. Whew. That go, Katina. What is the word? Hope you're doing good out here tonight. Looking forward to checking out the Grace Effect. I think you're going to be in Chicago this month. So shout out to that, man. You're coming to Chicago, coming to my city. So happiness for me looks like peace and prosperity on my journey to feel God's work in me in every area of my life. Oh man, I love that. Happiness for me looks like peace, prosperity. I want my journey to show God's work in me. Man, that's meaningful. Peace and prosperity. In a world such full of chaos, peace and prosperity is very vital. I love that. I love that for you. I love that for us. I love that for us as a people. It's my prayer that peace and prosperity is showered and put upon all of God's people. So thank you for that. They're going to net. What's the word? Stability with my own family to simplify it. Okay, stability with my own family. I like that. That's a great example of happiness. I know I can say that for me as well. You know, I mean, a lot of my family aren't really in Chicago like that anymore. You know, people are in different cities and states. I mean, I'm my only child, but I'm saying like, you know, cousins and aunts and uncles and things of that nature. So I remember growing up thinking about the top 3 moments where you was the happiest in life. That is really, man, think about that though. Think about that, the top 3 moments where you was just the absolute happiest. Some people might say, you know, the wedding day or when a child was born. Mentioning the family thing, I remember one of the most happiest moments in my life was Thanksgiving, where all my family was there. You know, my grandparents were still alive. My mom was there. My uncles were still alive. You know, all my cousins, you know, we grew up real close. It just felt like family. It felt like love. It felt like laughs. It was like a warmness, you know, and that's why I say always think back to your childhood when you're thinking about happiness. You don't negate that. Don't just put it off to the side. You know, those are the memories that we cherish, that we live on forever. I really remember that. I really do value and miss those times where family just felt like family, you know. And I think for a long time I wanted to create that. I think that's why I wanted to create my own memories with my own family. But you know, life happens. But I like that. We are vibing here tonight, the Nightcap, Tuesday nights with the Voice of Vibes, RMF. It is the beginning of February. And, you know, we are preparing ourselves once again for Love Month. You know, but we're asking the question, what does pure happiness look like to you? You know, and paint it out for us, you know, pretend like we are a canvas and just paint it on us, you know. Another one of the most happiest memories of my life, for sure, was my mom seeing me graduate high school. My mom was, she was a sweetheart when it came to me. She was tough as hell to everybody else. But everybody loved her though. She was always the life of the party, funny. She was the gangbang now, you know. She was getting her gangbang on for sure sometimes. But I think I'll never forget. You know, my memory is all over the place as far as remembering things from the childhood. I'll never forget. Now picture this, right? I said describe it. So picture this. 17 years old, you know, walking across the stage and, you know, everybody's happy and celebrating. And then I look in the corner as I walk to get my diploma and shake the principal's hand. I look in the corner and I see my mother crying, right? So I'm like, okay, I already know it's going to be an emotional time as soon as I get off this stage. And, you know, after the graduation and everybody goes outside and people throwing their cap in the air and people just enjoying. And then my classmates like, man, we done with school. It feels good. I see my mother sitting off to the side by herself, just crying, right? So, you know, I felt that at that time, I knew we didn't have a lot. You know, I didn't expect like a big, I mean, of course, selfishly, I wanted the car. I wanted the car for my graduation. I know my mom couldn't afford that. But I knew she was crying, only because of, you know, I'm graduating high school, my only child. She's proud of me, you know. She felt like, and I was going away to college, so I know she was feeling that type of energy. But I really felt that my mother was really crying as well, because in many ways she felt like she wanted to do more. Right? She was in a position to give me the things that I wanted, for like graduation or prom. Prom was another great memory of me and my mother. So these are the memories that happiness looked like for me. Seeing my mother, God rest her soul, have these moments of pure joy and happiness because of me. Made my life, it just made it as a joy for me, right? Think of those moments, man. Continue to think of those moments. I really want y'all to meditate on this on tonight as you go to sleep or whatever, or throughout the rest of the week. Let happiness lead you. Let the memories of what made you the most happiest in your life, let it lead you through your dark times. Life is life for everybody, but let those moments lead you into continuing to move forward and make more happy memories. Tell you, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed how much your life changes when you focus on the good and the happy moments in life instead of the down. You build off of the happy moments instead of the down moments, right? You embrace things that you're thankful for. You embrace life. One of the biggest, most underrated things in life is being able to sleep in a bed at night and wake up in the morning in the same position. We take that for granted a lot. There's people out there right now looking for somewhere to sleep. There's people right now that's maybe got to crash with somebody and sleep on the floor or sleep on the couch. Or there's people that's probably in a hospital bed right now struggling, taking advantage of these things and being appreciative. That really builds a story of happiness and triumph. Think about it, man. Think about what happiness, pure happiness, what that looks like. And not take it for granted, They're my most happiest memories. As a little girl making homemade ice cream with my big mama. Okay. I've never had homemade ice cream. I've always been curious, how does homemade ice cream, do it taste like the same ice cream from the stove? I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but do it taste like the same? Like, how do you? I'm gonna Google that. How do you make homemade ice cream? I'm really curious about how that goes. Anyway, I'm off topic. Having my children and my divorce. Okay, divorce was one of the happiest memories. Okay. Okay, sure, I'll go with that. I see the kids. I know why the kids will be a great memory. That's a great memory for most people, especially if you're right there. Well, of course the mother's right there, but you know what I mean as a father. She said my divorce was happy. Maybe she's been through a lot, and sometimes it happens. Listen, sometimes divorces. I know a guy who I ain't talked to him in a while anyway. But he would have a divorce party every year. He would celebrate his divorce because it was so traumatic. He'd been through so much with his ex-wife, so it was like a new leash on life, so to speak. Sometimes, and that's how he would celebrate every year. He'd hear me out like, man, you gotta go party, man. Let's have some drinks or whatever. So I get it. Sometimes people go through. Sometimes you marry the wrong person, and when you're finally out of it, it just feels like a leash on life. And that's okay, so I like that. I subscribe to that type of activity, even though people, have whatever they views and opinions and stuff like that on divorce. But if you can highlight that as one of the most happiest memories, the top 3 of your life, then yeah, you must have went through some stuff. And I'm proud that you're out of it and you're moving forward. Of course, pun is intended there. Let's continue to vibe out tonight, man. Listen, y'all don't know how much I love when we can vibe out tonight on Tuesday nights, especially if you're listening to me audio, right? Audio was, I think I started falling in love with audio work, maybe a few years ago. I started doing some voiceover work, for different networks or cartoon series. That's been fun. Playing a villain. I still don't know why they won't let me play a hero. I think about it. I can't think of no hero that has a deep voice. What hero has a deep voice? I don't think so. Yeah, I have to think about that. But yeah, so I started doing audio podcast a while back, and I think that's another reason why I want to get on radio, because radio was a good way to let my voice be heard and set the tone for something soothing and relaxing, and the overall message of it. My divorce was a happy moment because of the things I endured, and I felt that. So I felt it. So I'm so glad you got up out of that and you moving forward, man. So shout out to you. Do you have like a like I said, my homie has like he celebrates his divorce every year on a date. Do you be celebrating it on a date too? Like when that day comes, do you just take that extra shot of tequila or something, or do you go treat yourself out to a good meal or something like that? Like I say, my divorce date is the day after Valentine's Day. So I might buy me a steak. I might treat myself to a good old steak or something. But no, I'm just playing. But yes, I mean, however you like to celebrate, that's strictly up to how you like to do that. And I understand that, man. Certain people have different ways of feeling good about moving forward from the past, So shout out to you for that. We vibing here tonight, man. I love the energy of just being able to vibe out and communicate and let the voice be heard. All right, we're gonna see how it works with everything coming forward. Like I said, we got some events coming forward as well. That should be pretty dope, man. That we're gonna expose pretty soon. Definitely want to expound on the values and principles of knowing who you love and knowing who love you. Whoever that special person is, if you have found that special person, because it's so hard to find. We talked about before on the other show, maybe a show or two ago about soulmates. Sometimes it's so hard to find that one person who you just can't imagine life without, right? So if you've been blessed to find that person, it is very vital to always let that person know how you feel. Make them sick of it. Make them sick of hearing I love you. Make them sick of telling them how much you care about them, because it's so rare to find. And if you're still searching, don't be discouraged. It is so hard. We live in a world where billions of people are here. It's not the easiest to find one person that makes you feel super special and you want to build with. So on this time, as we continue to vibe out tonight with some smooth music and good conversation here on the Nightcap, man. Know who you love and know who love you. All right. Spread love or spread whatever type of ways of affection that you want to do that. Spread that to that person. All right. Let them know how you feel. Send them a pic, send them a video. Matter of fact, the Nightcap, we are an advocate of showing that person how you really feel. So, ladies, if you're right next to that man, or if you're going to be right next to that man sometime in the near future, Give him some extra, you know what I'm talking about? Give him a little extra loving, man. You know, that thing he like, you know that thing he like. The thing you like, do a little bit extra of it, you know. Don't wait till Valentine's Day or anything like that. No, do that next time you see him or if you're around him. And if you're not around him, hey man, take that camera out, God damn it, and show love, show appreciation, man. Don't have to wait till no certain holiday or special day to let that person know how much you really feel, and always remind them. Let them get sick of it, you know. That's what I think. I love that vibe, man. Let's continue going on with the vibes of love and intimacy and romance and all the beautiful things that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some more music, man. Continue to vibe out here on the nightcap. The voice of vibes, which is I. I'll tell you what, man. Let's go with some. Do smooch. I like smooch. Love don't cost a thing. Perfect message. Don't cost nothing to love on somebody. Spread love the right way. It's a nightcap with the voice of vibes. So we coming right back after this song so we can keep talking, man. You feel me? Get in song.
Yeah. Slow and smooth and smooth and fast, baby.
What does that mean?
Take it easy. Smooch. Can I just talk to you for a second? Can I tell you
what
something?
you trying to talk about?
You really got me in my feelings.
You always in your feelings.
I just wanna show you that it's real. Life could be a dream if you stick with me. I just wanna give you all I have. Yeah. Hear the words I say. Love don't cost a thing. I remember when I first met you. Even then I knew that you were special. Someone I can give all my affection. Kind of woman you can give your all to. Had a smile that caught my attention. Baby, let me not forget to mention.
What's that?
Waist and thighs was a two-piece. Staring at you really made a nigga hungry. Step to you the right way. Asked you what is your name. Asked you how was your day. Made you laugh, it felt great. Gave you my number and then walked away with a big grin. Look girl, you're here with me. We'll call the rest history. I just wanna show you that it's real. Your life could be a dream if you stick with me. I just wanna give you all I have. So hear the words I say. Love don't cost a thing. My love don't cost a thing. My love don't cost a thing, baby. My love don't cost a thing. My love don't cost a thing. My love don't cost a thing. My love don't cost a thing, baby. My love don't cost a thing. My love don't cost a thing. Shawty wanna come and take a ride with me. Roll another blunt, get high with me. Pull up in the drop top, cruise streets. Show you off to the world like a trophy. Girl, you go where I go. Vacations, we global. We don't tell, we gon' show. Look at how we both grow. I just wanna show you that it's real. Life can be a dream if you stick with me. I just wanna give you all I have. Hear the words I say. Love don't cost a thing.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Reggie. Go follow my pop RMF on the nightcap.
It was forever gonna be this way. I've been thinking about it all night, babe. It's that kind of love that make you go crazy. All I wanna.
Man, it feels good to be back. Shout out to Smooch. I just saw Smooch right before he left. And I meant to tell him, man, about I know he has a project coming up pretty soon. So shout out to him. Maybe get the flyer out there for that. When he's doing his album release pretty soon. That's the homie, man. He's really talented. Also, shout out to the merch. Let's do that, man. I got some more merch coming out too. You feel me? It's been hard to get it done, but we've been getting it done. So shout out to Ladybug Creations. I got some stuff coming out, some hoodies, some jogging suits. I don't really like to, I like being unique. So I don't, haven't been selling a lot of my merch lately, but I'm gonna start getting it back on the website. So don't worry about it. I'm gonna start getting it back in tune. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's doing their thing, all the entrepreneurs out there, all the independent artists, everybody that's representing and kind of making their own way out here. You know what I'm saying? Mediamonics, what's the word, Brody? Get well soon, guy. Get well soon, my boy. We miss you here. Shop Talks miss you. One of the great debaters is all I can. That's what that says. That man he will debate. And when he done debating, he gonna debate some more. But he be making sense though. Man. Yeah, so get well soon, bro. Definitely looking forward to rapping with you, man. Getting you caught up on some things. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a lot of plans when you get healthy, man. So let's get back in tune. Let's talk more about it, brother. For sure. We're here at the Nightcap Tuesday nights, the voice of vibes, my radio Chicago, where there's more than radio. As we continue to vibe out for the nights, and continue to harp on what we've been talking about all night. One more thing I want to leave with you guys as we continue to expand on some ideas, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Expand on some ideas of how we can identify certain things, right? Especially when it comes to, being intentional, right? We was talking about this a little while ago. So let's play it again and touch on and give some insight on a little bit before we get up out of here. But I want y'all to listen to it again and we can kind of decipher when it talks about, well, I'll let y'all listen. All right. You know the vibes. I know we be nightcapping and relaxing here. All the good vibes, all about positivity and maybe a little other stuff. Nightcap Radio, my radio Chicago. It's the voice of vibes, man. Check it out, get into them.
I think we confuse marrying the one with becoming the one.
Jamal, hold on, wait. You about to bless the people of God. Let me brace myself for it. Now teach.
I can't find the right one. He ain't got this, he ain't got that. And they're expecting what takes 30, 40 years to happen in 3 dates. God did not say marry the one. He said they shall become one flesh. That become is a lifetime journey of ups, downs, pains, traumas. We are not talking about something that is easy. Love is hard. You are marrying an imperfect person. As a husband and as a wife, your job is to help heal your spouse's wound, and you got to learn how to work with your spouse's weaknesses. When you marry your spouse, you are marrying their past, their present, and their future. I just had to ask the Lord, okay, God, help me as her husband. What I'm seeing is not a weakness. This is a wound. Father, help me be what she needs to be so this wound can heal.
Man. I think that's that talk that, you know what? Unfortunately, a lot of times that type of talk scares some people away from marriage. We live in such a society where people want to, it's so easy to give up and quit when things don't go your way. And I know infidelity, that's one of the main reasons why people like file for divorce or things like that. Sometimes it's financial as well. But if we can get to the root of what he was saying, that it's a journey, right? Being married, finding your partner, you have to really enjoy the journey of never giving up. I think some of our hardest battles is knowing that we want to give up when things get so hard, that it just seems easy just to cut ties and move forward. No pun intended. People live in that notion nowadays, but you have to love in a marriage and a partner. You have to really love a person through all their flaws while asking God, how can you help to turn those flaws into triumph? Things that they need to work on from past. People say come into a relationship healed from past traumas. Nobody's coming into a relationship fully healed from past traumas. Nobody. I don't even know where that came from. People deal with past traumas from years. You're not just going to just come instantly all the way healed. Now you might be more healed than you was before, but sometimes when you come into new relationships, you're still dealing with some of those traumas and those triggers that only God can really help handle, and it can be frustrating. That's why a lot of people go to divorce. My divorce wasn't like that. We got divorced for, I'll just say this. I wish I knew then what I know now. I'll put it like that. And things would have been a little bit different. My boy said, that's real. We romanticize marriage a little too much. That's a man. You ain't lying about that, bro. For sure. I blame Amazon Prime. Everybody desires what they want in one day. Yeah, I agree. It takes time. You have to see a person through all of the ups, all the seasons. Even I honestly believe you got to see a person. You may identify a person within the first 6 months as a person you might potentially want to build with, but you still got to see that person all year round. You still got to see that person through seasons to see if this is one that you want to invest in, not just financially, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Somebody that you want to really take the time to help, to heal through their traumas and their triggers or their insecurities. You see what I'm saying? When you feel like and you identify that this is a person who you want to help to get to a level where y'all can become one, just like the brother said, where y'all can become one flesh, that takes time, man. That don't just happen in a year or two. That takes years of work. I applaud the marriages that's been together 20, 30 years. That shit wasn't that wasn't easy, man. I'm probably sure they wanted to get rid of each other many times, but they stuck through it. That's something that I've always admired. You ever knew somebody that was like together when y'all was like in high school and they still together, or somebody that just been together for a long time? This has been with that one person for a long time. That's something that I commend. I don't believe the love part is hard. The battle comes in when you don't like the person any longer. Ooh. You're out there to heal one another. However, sometimes in you, speaking on here, when you don't like the person is wild. You'd be amazed how many times people don't even like each other. For real. Don't even like each other. Be in whole marriages, it don't even like their partner. Don't even like her, man. It's wild when you really think about it. But no, I feel you. Love is an action, and it's not always pretty. No. Definitely not always pretty. but you live. You live to fight another day. Shout out to Friday. What's up? Hey, from Real Life Topics Podcast. We got the Real Life Topics, man. I checked you out a few times. I might have to hit you up, and we're going to do some work together. You know, you be talking about some good things, man. So shout out to you for sure, Stephanie Godchild. I like that. My best friend has been with her husband since high school. That's rare. I know one, let me see, from high school. I graduated 03. Do anybody I know, I don't think I know anybody, any couple from my high school class that's still together. So that's how you can tell how rare that is. Let me see. They was together. Nope. It was only like 3 or 4 real relationships from high school. And 20 some years later, no, still not together. That's rare. Hell, really even 10 years right now. 10 years, somebody being together, that deserves, man, that deserves some recognition there. They say that the marriages get harder after the first 5 years. That first 5 years be tough. If you can make it through that first 5, you might got another chance to make it to the next 5. But the first 5 years is tough. Shit, you see, I only made it 3. So it's not easy, man. Marriage isn't easy. But you have to want to fight. And like Katina said, you have to actually like the person, you know. And nobody's perfect. People are going to make mistakes, but you have to actually want to fight and get through it. They have this notion saying that you're never supposed to go to bed mad at each other, right? Don't go to sleep mad at each other. I mean, you might have to go through a few times in life where y'all just don't see eye to eye and y'all mad at each other, you know. Agree to disagree. Let's talk about it in the morning, baby. We ain't gotta, you know. Stuff like that can be interchangeable. But yeah. For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up. If you don't like your spouse, you better go in your room and have some tea, then reapproach. There you go. Like I say, man. Some people really in marriages, I don't know if I fully agree with this, but like if there's a disagreement in the marriage, they would leave the house and go spend a night at somebody else's house and then come back the next day. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I mean, I guess in essence, I can understand depending on the situation or what happened. But yeah, that's pretty, keep an eye on that. You know, I'm only saying that because I know somebody that went through that, you know, got into it with their spouse, packed their little book bag and went to go over somebody else's house. Not saying they went to go do nothing else. I'm just saying stuff like that. I guess you need a cool down period sometimes, and that's fine. And even I need a cool down period, you know, but it's not the smartest to cool down somewhere else where your partner wouldn't approve of. I'll just put it like that. There you go. I'll put it like that. But yeah, I definitely think that we live in a world right now, especially as we get older. You know, anybody I'm around, I don't hang around people that's younger than me. And there's no shade to anybody that's younger than me. But like my group of people that I may hang around, we're all the same age or older. So it's like at 40 years old, I'm not trying to be around the mindset of people that wants to do young people things. You know, that's just not going to help me grow, especially now I've been in therapy. I'm learning a lot about that shit too. So you have to de-escalate on purpose if you're upset. Agreed. No understanding there. No disagreement should be that heated. Yeah. Yeah, I think that you learn a lot about your partner. These are things that you learn as you get deeper into your relationship and your marriage. And that's why I say it's so vital to have God. And we was talking about how the lineage of how it works, where you keep God first, where the man looks for God for guidance to how to treat his family, right? I look to God to know how to approach a situation with my wife. I look at God to, teach me how to lead, how to respond, how to not respond in anger, how to respond in love, because leave it up to me, I'm going to do the opposite. So the man learns from God how to be the leader and a representative of his family. And then he shows that to his wife, and they show that to their kids, Once again, stuff I wish I would have known when I was younger in my marriage that I know now. But these are things that you learn and you grow from, You always want to continue to make sure you're the best version of yourself. Tomorrow is not promised. God willing, we all wake up tomorrow morning, but we're not promised that. So we can't just use the phrase that I'm going to get it together. I got time to get it together. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to get it. No. You have to really approach it like tonight is the last night of your life. And you got to take it that serious. Not saying that you're going to get it together in the morning, but you have to really approach it with the mindset like, you know what? I really want to get it together. I can't keep relying on tomorrow and next week. Oh, in the summertime, I'm going to get it together. No. Got to approach life being thankful of the small things. Having God in a marriage is a detailed conversation that needs to be had. I remember when I was talking to someone on whatever platform about could I marry someone or be with someone who isn't spiritually in alignment with me, for example, like a Muslim or somebody who practices a different faith, and that just wouldn't work for me, right? Because I know what I'm rooted in. Once again, going back to one of the happiest moments, as we was talking about, one of the happiest moments of your life was my grandparents, my mother, my uncle. They used to keep me in church as a shouty. I had, man, and I ain't know nothing. I had me a Game Boy in church. I had me the little Annihilators and the Long Boys, the candy. I didn't know, none of that stuff. I didn't know what was going on around me. But I remember one time, man, talk about the happiest moments. That's why it's so good to remember moments in your life that makes you happy. Oh my God. It's so good just to remember the moments in life that makes you happy. It's pure happiness. I couldn't have been no more than 6 or 7. And I just remember seeing people around me just so on fire for praise. Like you could see them being almost like transformed, hands in the air, eyes closed, crying, worshiping. And I'm just like looking around, and I got me a Chico stick, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on around here? And not knowing that, like, the presence of God was in that place, So moments like that always resonate back to when I get older and at the age I'm at now, just remembering those parts of worship, man, remember it like it was yesterday, man. What's the word? Pearl, where you been at, man? Good Lord. I gotta hit the line, man. I hope your number the same, because I'm gonna hit you up. We got to talk. I ain't talked to you in a minute, man. We gotta get in tone. Gotta get in tone. I got something I want to tell you too, man. So I'm gonna hit the line. Make sure you I hope you still got the same number, but I hope you good out there, my friend. Let's connect, man. Let's do something. But yeah, so you see, I got you. I'm gonna hit you. I was over there at Union Sub. You know, if you know, you know. If you're from the city, you know where Union Sub is. And they was closed down. I didn't know what the fuck. I'm like, man, they closed my spot. And I started to hit you. I'm like, man, what was going on with my spot? But that was a while ago. They back open now. But if you know, you know, man. Union Sub, goddamn it, I don't care what time it is in the night or in the morning time. They're gonna get you right. All right. Gyros, Italian beef, swings. Look for the big buddy, okay? That's in there. He's gonna talk to you. What's up, my friend? But yeah, so yes, I'm getting off subject and I got hungry all of a sudden. We here with the nightcap, man. We just vibing tonight, man, talking. It feels so good to have my nightcappers to vibe out and relax tonight, man. It's nothing like it. I'm telling you. It's nothing like having a platform where you can just vent and just talk to good people. All this stuff is because of course, the glory of God. But, you know, realizing who you are, remembering the most purest, happiest times in your life, embracing it, right? And building off of it and using it as motivation to get through the darkest times. You know, I just talked about a few times of when the happiest moments of my life, you know, that one with church kind of stood out for me, you know, and I think that's a big reason why now, as I mature minded now, I think about how I was when I was a little boy, 6, 7 years old in that church. And I just felt the spirit of God in that church. And now I see the churches nowadays. Not saying that the spirit of God isn't in there, because I fully believe it is, but it's just like you really have to really pick which church. You really got to go on a church journey. You know, you got to go on a church tour to go see which one got the real spirit in there. All right. Because it's hard to find. You think it's hard to find a spouse? It's hard to find a good church home, man. I don't care what nobody tell you. It's really hard. You know, you got to be really diligent. You got to be really focused. And I've never been. The big churches. I've never been like a big church guy when it's just like a mega church. I like more personable, intimate settings where everybody knows everybody. You know, Sister Gertrude, she gonna make the chili every Sunday. She gonna have the butter cookies. You know, Deacon Harold, you know, he got his tie on backwards, but he gonna be there. Okay. You know, just everybody loves everybody, care about one another. And it's not about just money. It's not about likes and stuff on social media. It's not about giving false hope. It's really about the diligent of really trying to bring people to God and caring about people. That's something I look for in my next church home. This might be the year. This might be the year I search a little bit deeper to find me a church home. Now, I got the church I grew up in, you know, and I can always go back to that because I believe the spirit is in there for sure. I know I grew up with all them people, so I know them now. But I do want to search for a church home this year. What's up, T-Lo? Shout out to T-Lo. Sweet T. Had a great time on Thursday. She was in that jamming, man. I came a little late. I did. I came a little late. But y'all was jamming in there. Man. As we celebrated a 1 year anniversary of Miracle. Once again, man, so proud of you. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna learn me a couple land dances. I'm gonna be all the way in the back though. You know, she be all the way in the front, right there in the front. I'm gonna get all the way in the back. Goddamn it. I'm gonna have me a cocktail and I'm gonna get my cha-cha on. Now, whoever that lady is who be orchestrating it, and when I see her, I'm gonna sit down. Okay, because shout out to them, man. They be doing their thing every Thursday. And they be packed in there, man. The old schoolers was old schooling. You know what I'm saying? They was stepping, they was line dancing. You know, it was a good vibe. It's good to see people loving one another and enjoy each other. And that type of vibe. So that was really good. Thank you so much for coming through. Of course, man. You know the vibes. I told you when you know, you know. When you know. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and I told you since I learned that what dance was that? That Tamia dance. Well, since I learned that dance, now I want to do it everywhere. So I'm gonna come back. I'm only gonna come back for that dance so I can show people I know what I'm doing. Then I'm gonna go sit down. After that it's over with. Oh man, listen. Nightcap Tuesday nights, the Voice of Vibes RMF. I love the nightcap. I love my nightcappers. I love being present here. I hope that we continue to vibe out and have a good night, man. You know, life isn't promised. You know, appreciate the people that we used to dance to different stuff. Yeah, you was up there getting it. I even seen who was that lady? It was a lady. This is not even. I'm not even exaggerating. She had to be all of 70 something. Had a cane and everything, but she was up there getting them dances in now. She was dancing, yeah, and she had every step to the step. So I say, you know what, man, I'm about to get my life together. You know, and sometimes you never know. That's what sometimes people they look forward to doing that every week as a means of like keeping themselves active and lively, you know. So I'm a huge advocate of that. So yeah, they did. Yeah, she was getting it now. She wasn't playing around. Oh man, listen, man. I'm gonna continue to vibe out tonight. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the night, man. I ain't gonna continue to talk your ear off here on the nightcap, but stay tuned for more updates. Next week we're gonna have a dope guest. I'm also going to promote the next event next week as well. Sponsored by the nightcap. Of course, we're gonna talk about some TLTB stuff and everything like that. Going into this Valentine's Day thing or whatever. So, you know, continue to stay in tune, continue to stay locked in. You already know, man, if I love you, I love you. We locked in, ain't no way around it. All right. Have a good night. Tell somebody you love them. If you're around them, show them you love them. That could be good too now. Show them the right way. You feel me? Or if they're not around you, whatever, hey, send them attachments, you know? Shout out to them attachments, man. That's the, y'all, we need more of those. Send them some attachment, ladies. Enjoy your night. The Voice of Vibes, RMF, the Nightcap Radio. My radio Chicago is more than radio. I'll see y'all next week, all right? Get in tune.
Knew from the moment that I see your face, it was forever gonna be this way. I've been thinking about it all night, day. It's that kind of love that make you go crazy. All I wanna do is love you. Be the one that keeps your body warm, makes no difference. Switch positions.